Hey everybody, this is Eve. I'm with Bitcoin Kindergarten. Let me make sure my camera's not all blurry. Welcome to my channel. I teach about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in simple language, non-technical language. I'm here to answer all of your questions. So invite all of your friends to come on the show, to click the subscribe, the bell button, the like, and the all. And sorry, somebody calling, she's trying to get in. So even some people can't even get into the YouTube properly. So how do you buy Bitcoin, right? So that's what I'm here to help you do. If you're like that, if you're non-technological, if you just haven't heard about it, I also can answer advanced questions because I understand it very well. So I'm one of the people that is non-technical, but that does understand it. So smash the likes, hit the subscribe, the bell button, and all. And that way you'll know when I'm going to come on. I'm also the creator of this amazing book called Crypto Assets and DeFi Tracker. And that's once you get deep into crypto and you own a whole bunch of different coins on different exchanges, you want to know where they are and you want to track how their price is doing. I mean, you could do this even with crypto, but you really don't need this big of a book. It's 250 pages and also has places for your staking, liquidity pools, and farming. These are advanced topics, which I will get into once people come on and they ask questions about them. So Bitcoin has gone through the roof this week. The price is super high, and everybody now is wondering, oh, should they still buy it or is it too late? Frankly, nobody knows. And sorry. Nobody knows if it's a bubble or if it's going up, but this is my opinion, and a lot of other people also share my opinion. So what's been going on and why it is so incredibly high is that finally, Bitcoin is 12 years old, 13 years old, and it's had this long history of stability, of incorruptibility, of never being hacked, of never having any problems. And it's this incredibly stable financial system. And before, nobody really wanted to take it seriously. Everyone thought it was scams or for money laundering. And yet there's always been a core of people who understood Bitcoin and crypto and it just keep growing, the adoption, growing the services, growing the use cases. And so suddenly pandemic comes along, worldwide financial instability. The United States especially and Europe have been printing money like crazy. Something like 70%, 5% of all money ever printed in 100 years was printed, in the last year. So many people are like, okay, US dollar is not going well. We're very worried about it. Normally what's going to happen is if you print a whole bunch of money, the value is going to go down. Supply and demand. You have a lot of something, it's worth less. So companies and all these companies who used to say, oh, don't get into Bitcoin, it's a scam, this or that. Well, because, they didn't learn about it in university and a lot of people didn't want to bother to learn something that was completely foreign to them and hard to understand. So, everybody's like, oh yeah, we love our banking system. That's funny, right? Who loves the banking system? Only the bankers, right? So Bitcoin has been growing and it's been also branching out in so many ways. Cryptocurrency. So Bitcoin is the first cryptocurrency. They're all called crypto. They're all called blockchain technology. And there's Bitcoin, and then all of the other ones are called altcoins. And then we have something called DeFi coins, which is this amazing thing that's really gone insane the past year, which is there are things, it's called a smart contract. So Bitcoin is really a store of value. It's digital gold. It's not something you're spending, every day unless you live in Venezuela. And they could use it at Burger King there because their money is not very valued. So there's countries where you can spend it, but so basically that's a store value. And then Ethereum created this thing, it has smart contracts. And so it's created this whole new technology. It's like the invention of the internet. Like the things that are going on in decentralized finance and in crypto are mind-blowing and amazingly. So the world has to now pay attention, and they did. And in the past year, many huge hedge funds have been buying up crypto and Bitcoin by the millions and the billions. And, you know, Elon Musk is tweeting about it. Big companies are putting their financial reserves, instead of just keeping it there in fiat dollars, they're buying a Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is now like on the institutional map. Now, any hedge fund, any big corporation who doesn't know about Bitcoin and is not involved is really considered backwards. So it was a very fast change. And if you're in an institution, you're a financial advisor, you don't know anything about Bitcoin, you went to Harvard, guess what? You can call me, I do consulting. And I know a lot more than about 99% of people in this city of Washington, D.C. There's a lot of smart people here. But they're all avoiding Bitcoin, because I would start talking to them, and now I'd be like, oh, it's a bubble, you know, oh, it's not a good investment, oh, you know, Warren Buffett said it's no good, oh, I don't know how people can buy it, it's just an idea, you know. So now what I understood over time is that those people are just people who didn't understand it, and so they're giving this answer like, oh yeah, you know, that's no good, you know, because I really didn't understand it all. So when somebody answers me that, it's like, you don't understand Bitcoin, you don't understand crypto, because it's amazing. It's the most amazing technology. It's the most stable currency. It's the most valued currency out there. So this is why the price has skyrocketed from something like 20,000 to, no, it's skyrocketed. Let me see how much it is up. In 1 year, it's up 361%. That's a lot. That's a lot. In 1 month, it's up 81%. So if you have Bitcoin, you're just sitting there every day, you get to wake up and you get to be like, oh, how much money did I make while I was asleep? That's very enjoyable. And so my opinion that it is still good to buy Bitcoin. Many people have speculated, even Citibank, you know, JP Morgan. Now all the big people are getting in, and they're saying, oh yes, Bitcoin is going to be worth, you know, $350,000 by the end of another year, which it could be. I mean, this is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the most amazing thing to happen financially, globally, in ever, you know, ever, really, ever. And that's why, you know, we're so fanatics, you know, those of us who are in Bitcoin and crypto, that's why we get so excited about it, because it's amazing and it's doing great things in the world. And so the reason why it is so valuable and it is digital gold is because there will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin ever made. There is no owner of Bitcoin, there's no CEO, and there's no marketing team. There's no auditor, there's nobody who can get in there and change the program. It's a program that was running, and it's run on, it's called nodes, and that is just a person who has a computer set up, who like is mining Bitcoin. So they're actually getting Bitcoin by running this node. So there are thousands of them, and each node has all of the Bitcoin transactions on it. So it's extremely stable. Like one of the arguments people were giving last year was like, oh, China, you know, China is like one of the major miners. That's the people who have the nodes who are, it's complicated, right? If you never thought of a miner or a Bitcoin or a blockchain, but after a while, you're going to understand it. You know, there were lots of miners in China because it does cost like a bit of electricity to mine. And say China, they can make a whole bunch. You know, even the government can do it. Iran is mining right now, China. So they are getting more Bitcoin, but the thing is they put them right on the market. Somebody else sells them. It's not like they're keeping it. They probably should have, but they didn't. You know, they're selling, you know, it's like you're just getting that money. And who's buying, mostly who's buying right now is a hedge fund called Grayscale. If you have an IRA, you can get that in your Roth IRA tax-free. I have it. And It's my best performing stock. It's gone up 300%. Well, all my other stocks, even though I bought the crash, so my stocks are doing well, not 300%. So this is what's happening now. This is why I think it's still a good time to buy. I mean, I wouldn't go, you know, anytime you're going to buy a crypto or any asset, it has to be something that you're willing to lose. You know, you shouldn't put all of your money in it, although many of us did. One of the most famous guys, Da Vinci 15, he sold his house, you know. You should follow him on Twitter. Very interesting guy. I think he was in the last bull run. So in 2017, you know, the price of Bitcoin skyrocketed to 20, which now seems low, right? So that was the bubble at 20. A lot of people bought in at 20, and then it kind of went down, 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 down. It eventually went all the way down to 3,000. So many people lost money because they sold. Had they just held on to it, which is what I would have done. I did buy a little bit back then, but mostly when it goes super high, you can cash out and pay a few extra bills or buy something, whatever you want to do, put it in your bank. Feel free to ask me any questions. I see there's a couple of people there. This is why I think it's just going to keep going up. Like, even if it did go down, what if you bought a whole bunch today? What if you bought $2,000 worth today? And you can buy even $1 of Bitcoin. These are the things that I always want to explain to my friends over and over. Like, no, even though one Bitcoin costs $34,000 right now, you can buy $1 worth, 33,943. So it had a bit of a dip, but it's coming back strong because that's what's happening now. All right, so here's the Bitcoin. It's going up, 34. Oh my God! And then people sell because, you know, they just made a ton of money. And how do I ask a question? I'm going to interrupt to ask. You can ask a question. You can type it into the live chat. I do believe I have live chat enabled. Or you can actually just call in with a question. Let me see. Maybe I don't have live chat enabled, but it should be there on the side. You just write in a question. But if not, you can call in if you have my number. So what's going on is that it's going up, and then there will be like a little dip because a bunch of people sell. Like, then that every time it's dipping now. Hey, hold on 2 seconds. I want to finish explaining this. Every time it's dipping now, all the big hedge funds, the big corporations, the banks, the countries, I mean continents, you know, are buying it. So that's why it keeps going up. And then there'll be a little dip, and then people are still buying it up. So it's going to go up until in the dip, everybody's like, okay, we're done, you know, or, you know, more and more people sell. However, because there's only ever going to be 21 million ever minted, and people are starting to understand what is Bitcoin, why is it valuable, almost nobody ever sells their Bitcoin, you know, like I sell a tiny little chunk just, you know, because you should take some profits, you know, anything can happen. All right, I'm going to put you on a speaker so you can ask your question. Hey, Donna, you're on the air.
Hi, Eve.
Hi, what's your question?
Hi. Good. So, because of you, I've done some research and started the process. And I'm waiting for like an advanced security thing, but I still haven't gotten to, do you know if it takes weeks or days?
On Coinbase?
Well, I set up like a cellular wallet and I got the basic thing, and then I want to say beyond.
No. Just do the things that I suggest. It's so much easier. Go on Coinbase. It will take maybe, you might be instantly verified, or it might take a day or two. You don't need to set up wallets when you're brand new, because it's confusing. And personally, I think Binance is a bit of a confusing exchange. So
that was the only one I could get the three things that I wanted. Because you had suggested the polka dot, and then Bitcoin, and then Ethereum. I couldn't get them all on one.
Well, yeah. All right. I don't know what to tell you about Binance. I find Binance has a lot of numbers on it.
Yeah.
So I just go on Coinbase and get here, I got a new tip. I put a tip on my Twitter today. So I was telling her she should get Polkadot. Like, I do think it's Polkadot. It's been steadily going up, and it's a very good, structurally sound project. So there's projects that the price may go up and down, like XRP, which is not good. Almost nobody really in crypto thinks this is a good project, except for the few people who are crazy about XRP. But Polkadot is a very up and coming part of the decentralized finance ecosystem. So, but just go on Coinbase, and then you can sign up later for Binance. That's my suggestion.
Okay.
It should be, you could be instantaneously verified. All you have to do, so when now you live in the United States, you have to be verified to get an account on an exchange where you can cash out. If you are a criminal and you want to sneak around it, there are ways, but it's super complicated. I know, I'm just telling the YouTube people.
So obviously I'm not, well, not obviously, but I'm not going to be able to buy a whole, Bitcoin or a whole Ethereum. So when I put a percentage in, I'm still going to be getting that small percentage of the increases. And then I just keep adding to it, like weekly or monthly or however.
Exactly. So let me go over that. So she said, this is true. Like, I have a few dollars. I have some stuff, bought some Bitcoin on my Coinbase. I don't usually keep a lot of crypto on my Coinbase because I have it in a different kind of wallet, but which you can do once you're more advanced. But say, here's my Bitcoin wallet. I have $11.72 worth, which is 0.000345 BTC. So BTC is a symbol for Bitcoin. All of the cryptos have a little letter symbols. So I have $11.72. So right, if the price shoots up by 1,000 all of a sudden, I'm going to look at this wallet and it's going to say $12. That's how I know it's going up, because it's percentage wise. So you have more money, you get more profits. But yeah, it's good to. Bitcoin is so easy. You can actually set up dollar cost averaging if you want to just take out a certain amount each week or a certain amount each month. I have a variable income, so I don't do a dollar cost averaging. What I do is just when I have a few dollars, I get something. So anyway, I have another tip, which is even better, I think, than Polkadot. Well, I think they're equally good. There's this one asset called synthetics, which is also very important in the DeFi ecosystem. And I do believe you can get synthetics on Coinbase. So I follow Ivan on Tech. I studied at the Ivan on Tech Academy. Oh, they're doing like 10% off for January. So I recommend everyone to study there if you can. It's videos. The guy's so funny. You just do Bitcoin 101, or if you want to learn how to program, you want to learn about DeFi, the lowest one is like $20 a month just to learn some of the basics. Let me see, synthetics, SNX. You can buy that on Coinbase. I think that's a really good one because I've been watching it for a while. I've owned it for about 1.5 years, and I've just been watching in the past 4 months, ever since the bull run happened. It's been going steadily up, and every once in a while, it has a big pump. So I feel like it's a very stable project. It's very important in the decentralized finance ecosystem, which is growing like hugely. So I think it's a good one. You can get Polkadot too, but you can just worry about that later.
So,
you're on YouTube, just so you know every question you have, everyone can hear. Okay, what's your question?
is there anybody else that needs to ask a question?
No.
No? Okay. So Coinbase and they're just different platforms to purchase.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, there's different. It's called an exchange, and there are many exchanges. Binance was originally, I do believe it started in Korea, but now we have Binance US. Coinbase, I do believe, is started in America. There's another one, Gemini, also started in America, which I don't use. I don't know why nobody talks about Gemini too much. I've never used it. But Coinbase is the biggest. It's the most important, and more important than everything is that your crypto is insured. On Binance, I don't know. I'm not sure that it is. On Kraken, I think it is not. So it's very good if you're new, buy on Coinbase, because also they have good customer support. You lose your password, you forget everything. You're not going to lose your crypto, which you can lose your crypto like once you get into the more other exchanges, other different ways of trading. You can send it the wrong way. You know, all of us have lost something at some point.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, my husband. I don't know what. My husband wasn't going to. He wasn't really interested in them until I started getting him more. Kind of just talking to him about it. He went on. He had a friend, blah blah blah. So now all of a sudden he's interested in it.
Well, guess how much synthetics has gone up 1,000% in a year. Yeah, it's always good to get some crypto and hide it from your husband. There's a good tip. But he's like a techie, and he was able to get it all set up for himself very quickly. Yeah. See, he could do good with Binance, but just check about the insurance and the insurance on your assets in Binance. He can come on the show too, and I can tell him a lot of things, and then he will easily know how to find them out and do them. So yeah, it helps to be a techie. But
thank God, especially where I'm the polar opposite.
Yeah. I mean, I was never a techie until I got into crypto, and then I know how to build websites and stuff like that. I'm fairly, I can build a website, and I've known that for a long time. I can do lots of stuff, but that's it. Do you have any other questions?
Thank you.
All right. Well, call back in if you have any other questions. I think I'll start talking about something.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye. So that's cool. Yeah, you can call in and ask any question. So yeah, like things about getting verified. How do you get on Coinbase? There's a link for Coinbase down below. I should put my Binance link up there too. I think it's there too. I got like $10 if you sign up, which is good. The other good reason to sign up on Coinbase is that you get over $100 of free crypto. And not only you get $100, but it's because you watch 1 minute long video and answer a very simple question. So it's their way of educating people and their way of getting people into the system, into the crypto. So they have a little crypto to give away, and then you can trade it for whatever you want. You can cash it out. I mean, it's real money. Like, who's giving away $100 today? Nobody. So it's an amazing thing that, everybody should do. And it's actually really interesting. You can start to learn what crypto does. Like, I remember they had one Stellar, which is doing really well right now. The Ukraine is making a cryptocurrency, and they've decided to use the Stellar platform, the Stellar technology. So that'll probably go up a lot soon, although can't be sure. But so Stellar's on Coinbase, so they'll tell you. I think that was the one I did. I mean, I watched it like 2 years ago. So it's like Stellar is for remittances. You know, a huge problem that crypto was solving was that before crypto, if you wanted to send money somewhere to another country, it's very expensive and very slow. Like I used to have some friends in Haiti that had a school, so I would try to send them money. Well, I would send them money. Maybe I want to send them like $50 or something like that, you know. Guess how much the charge would be? $25. And it would be hard for me to send it and hard for them to pick it up. So crypto has changed the way money has exchanged hands, because basically that's completely unacceptable in this country and many other countries. We have millions of people who are working very hard, sending their money home to their home countries where the economies are very poor. So what if people in these economies don't even have a bank? They might not have even proper ID. You know, how are they going to get their money? And so crypto has changed this, and I think Stellar was set up to be maybe a fast remittance, because Bitcoin does take a little bit of time to go through. I mean, I don't know what it is now, 20 minutes or something, because it has to be verified. The blockchain is all those nodes of computers that I was telling you about before. So it has to be blockchain verified. The encrypted code needs to be verified on thousands of computers just to check, make sure that it's exactly the right money going to exactly the right person. That's why there's never been a mistake. Like, you don't accidentally, you know how banks make mistakes all the time. Well, crypto doesn't make mistakes. You know, your money can't accidentally get into the wrong place. So I think that's all I'm going to say, but invite your friends, come ask all your questions, get your crypto, get it today. I do think it's going to keep going up. Of course, I could be wrong, you know. So I'm on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter. Is my name Eve Hennessy, or you can probably look in Bitcoin Kindergarten and find me. I tweet quite a lot. I don't tweet like just conversational stuff. I like to give out good information. And there's a lot of other stuff on Twitter, but there's a lot of people who are just on there like that's their pastime. So there's a lot of people saying, oh, you know, Bitcoin, it's no good, you know, it's going to go down. Oh, the price is going to fall. You know, but this could be like a 10-year-old in their parents' basement, literally. Like, you got to find, when you get into crypto, it's important to find who to listen to, who to get your advice from. I love Ivan on Tech. I like also ALTCOIN Daily. Just they do a 15-minute video every day, and it's just the basic news. So you can understand, you can start to understand, oh, this is what crypto is doing, not what crypto is doing. It's not all about the price of Bitcoin, although we talk about that a lot these days because it's going crazy and everybody's a little on the ecstatic side. So ALTCOIN Daily, there's a guy, anyway, there's several people. Once you get on Twitter also for a while, you'll start to know who are the really good ones, because not all of them are good. You know, a lot of them are very young, and that doesn't, some of the really good ones are very young, but other ones, you know, you have to really be sort of a super genius to be very young and understand, you know, the larger implications of what's going on. So, and a lot of people want to be like, it's their identity, you know, I'm so into Bitcoin, but that doesn't mean that they really understand. Myself, I understood it. Somebody gave me some Bitcoin in 2017, and I just really understood it because I lived in a country where the money devalued from one day to the next. And I lived in I've lived in a developing country, and so I could understand, wow, this could really change, you know, the world. And also it changes our world, and that was before, you know, they started printing all that money and our economy became a little unstable. Hopefully just a little. Okay, don't forget to smash the likes. If you want to, I do consulting. I'm on another service as well, a professional service. I have bitcoinkindergarten.com, which is sitting there with some information on it. And I do consulting by phone. And I can walk you through how to get your crypto, where to get it, you know, answer all of your questions like, is it a bubble? You know, is it, how am I going to get hacked? What if I get hacked? You know, all these things that we think about when we're first getting into it. So if you want to avoid any hacking, just get Bitcoin and just use on Coinbase. It's very safe. Do your taxes. The thing with Bitcoin also is that I do believe the IRS, and that made a deal last year. You know, the IRS wants the Coinbase information. So then I heard they wanted the information going all the way back to 2015. So I don't know, I'm not a tax person. I don't understand all these implications. But also now when you go fill out your tax return, you know, right on the front page is like, do you own any cryptocurrency? So, you know, it used to be like, oh, crypto was this hidden thing and nobody could find it, nobody knew you had it, but it's actually very traceable, which is why I think, you know, a lot of the drug lords have gone back to cash. Because there is that string of numbers, that encrypted code, you know, which is, if you ever do send Bitcoin, or if you do get money to your wallet, you start moving wallets around, that is what it is. So it can be traced. You can find it. You might not be able to find, you know, exactly who owned it, but if you're the FBI, you can. You know, it'd be hard. Like, you can look at my Bitcoin address, and you could see how much Bitcoin I have, and you know, if I sent some here and there, you know, the other addresses. It's a little complicated. I have a lot of friends, they don't pay taxes, but I personally wouldn't want to live in that kind of stress. So I think it's better just to pay the money and just make tons of money in crypto. So yeah, girl, get some synthetics. I think that is, I bought this other one, which is a great one too. Also steadily going up for 2 years. I bought it. I think I bought like $200 worth, and now it's worth about $3,000 a year. A year later, about a year, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. It's called AAVE. It's also very important in this DeFi system. So decentralized finance is going to be replacing banks. You can borrow and lend money in crypto right now, and you know what? You get I actually stake. So I'm a bank, so I'm staking on Atomic Wallet, and I'm getting 17% interest a year on my ZIL, which is a coin. It's a good one. Done well. I'll tell you the ones that have done well for me. ZIL. Band seems to be making a bit of a run right now. It has been a little bit sideways for quite a while, but it seems to want to go back. AVE, eGold, Elron, synthetics. What else? Ethereum. Everyone's expecting Ethereum to go shooting to the moon, which it is doing. So I still think it's a good time to get Ethereum. Ethereum is huge. So Bitcoin is digital gold, but Ethereum is what all of the decentralized finance networks are running on. So you actually need it. It's like a useful thing. Bitcoin is mostly just sitting there like gold, you know? But Ethereum is a technology that's changing the world. And you need it to create a lot of these technologies. So most people in the know are just speculating that it costs about $7,900 right now. 7,000. It was like, no, sorry, 700. It was about 400 a couple of weeks ago. And oh my God, it's 1,000. So it's 1,000 now, but it was like 600 a few months ago. So everybody's been saying, because I spend over an hour, 2 hours every day studying crypto, listening to other people. Everybody's saying, oh yeah, it's going to, you know, gonna go high. But it was just sitting there, we're sitting, and then all of a sudden, whoop, now it's up high. And guess what? People are expecting it to go to, yes, up almost 50% in a week. So it shot up fast. In a year, it's up 92%. No, that's a month. In a year, 700%. So it's going way up too. We're in a bull market. It's all going up. And so, but Ethereum is one of these that you can buy. And unless there's some kind of weird glitch in their program, it's going to always be extremely valuable. You know, and if it was not valuable, it would take a while for the other, if there were some other kind of technology that replaced it, you know, it would take a while. It's not like, it's like we have cars, but maybe they have like flying mini buses, you know, but that's going to take a while to come. So you're going to see it coming. So you can sell your Ethereum while you're ahead. It's not in the near future. So here's, let me just tell you this about crypto. So Ethereum is not the same as Bitcoin. Bitcoin, there's only going to be over 21 million made ever. It's in a program that's running. Nobody can stop it. There's no governance board, you know, there's no nothing. It's just going on its own. But Ethereum and many other cryptos are different. There's all different kinds of cryptocurrencies. They're not all equally valuable. They have a lot of different kind of traits. So Ethereum is, I need to study up on it, but it's not, the scarcity is not created in the program, you know, which it is in Bitcoin. So I don't know how many Ethereum can ever be made, but it's not the same as Bitcoin. Like it's a different structure, which you have to look into. Just so you know that they're not all like that. There are certain coins that do have a definite supply. Definite circulating, there's a circulating supply, and then there's the all-time supply. So it's really fun to get into. It's fun if you like learning new things. Crypto is amazing. There's a lot to know, a lot to learn, and the most important thing is just to get a little, get, you know, Ethereum and Bitcoin. Maybe you can experiment getting a couple of other assets, but I say this to everyone, hasn't happened so much this bull run, but usually whenever the price of Bitcoin goes up, like the price of Bitcoin Cash starts going up like crazy. Because everyone looks at it, people are new, probably like you, like I was, you go in and you see, oh, Bitcoin, you know, it's back when, say then, oh, $20,000 for one Bitcoin. Oh, look, Bitcoin Cash is only $300 for one. And it has the word cash, which is like understandable. You're like, oh, you're thinking in your mind, oh, it's like Bitcoin, but it's like real cash too. Not like this weird money that I don't know, how can I spend it, you know? So Bitcoin Cash will always be going up just for that reason. The other Bitcoins that have the name Bitcoin in them are not Bitcoin. They are, like, you could have a baby and name it Bitcoin, like, I'm sure somebody has, but it's not Bitcoin. It's like what's called a fork, or, you know, something like that. You know, maybe it's a little offshoot of a Bitcoin, but it is not Bitcoin. So just know that when you're buying Bitcoin SV, Bitcoin Diamond, Bitcoin Gold, I mean, I should make a coin like Bitcoin ETH, you know, and you could probably make some good sales during the bull run, you know. Should call it like Bitcoin e-money or something. So also is true with Ethereum Classic. Ethereum Classic also tends to go up when Ethereum goes up. I don't know anybody that's using it. Although Grayscale did, that's a hedge fund, did buy a lot of Bitcoin Classic. and Bitcoin Cash, but I think it's only, I'm not sure, but I feel like it's just for speculation. Because when it goes up, a lot of people buy it. But for people in the crypto space, and we don't know what even mentions Bitcoin Cash or any of these other Bitcoin Classic. I mean, Ethereum Classic, I had some, and I finally sold it at a loss. It was one of the few things that I sold at a loss because you get excited, you buy it. It seems like such a cheap price, you know? But I heard there was like 4 attacks on it, which I'm not sure what that is. Maybe it got hacked, something, but it was having issues. You know, it turned out to not be a stable asset. So I got rid of all of mine at a bit of a loss. Or maybe it was probably close to what I bought it for. The thing is, in most crypto, if you hold on to it, it's going to come back. So also, if you want to hire me, I know how to use UNISWAP, MetaMask. I know how to buy all the decentralized finance coins. I know how to find any coin you might want. And I know who knows about yield farming. That's what a lot of people are making a lot of money in. I don't do it because it's too stressful for me. You know, I just buy and hold. And the issue with see, I was right. See, I have to tell you this. I'm generally always right. That's why I started to go live, because first of all, I was in this group called MSI, Bob Proctor. Bob Proctor, you're an amazing person. However, your MSI group is full of this scam. This lady named Joni, you know, it's called CashApp. Are they going to sue me now? Go ahead. But they're all like, oh, we're buying Bitcoin. Bitcoin's the greatest thing, you know. But it had nothing to do with Bitcoin. I mean, it was a total scam. And the reason everybody was buying it is because, oh, look, I made $1,000 this week or whatever. I don't know if that was true or not. It was a network marketing financial system. So don't ever get into a financial marketing, network marketing financial system. Like, that's just a Ponzi scheme. It's a pyramid. It's illegal. It's unregulated. No, it's awful. So that's when I finally said, you know what, I'm going to get on. I'm going to start telling people about Bitcoin, about crypto, how to buy it, how to use it, because pretty much, I don't know, I've pretty much always been right. And that's why a lot of people are like, oh, I lost money in Bitcoin. And I'm like, how did you even lose money? You know, how is it even possible? Oh, I buy high and I sell low. Well, just don't do that. You know, you have to have a little bit of plan. You need a plan. So I've studied trading and did a little tiny bit and decided not to. Too risky, too stressful. And so you just buy and hold, especially Bitcoin. It's only gone straight up for 12 straight years. So if it goes down, that's not the time to sell. When it goes way down, see, a lot of people get depressed, especially these kids on Twitter. You know, they're like, oh my God, what's up? You know, it's down. It's no good. No, that's the time when you buy. Like it dipped down to $3,000. Was it a year ago? I don't know. It was a while ago. And like, some people were very depressed. And then there are those of us who are like working extra hard so that we can buy Bitcoin at that price, because we understand Bitcoin is not going anywhere. It's building, it's getting a wider audience. Now it's just on the map, you know, and now big money is like buying into it like crazy. And so now it's called retail, you know, when just the regular people like yourself and myself start buying it, or, you know, millionaires, you know, we are all included in the retail. But I've pretty much been right. Oh, no, sorry. I just saw that band went up. So I'm an artist, and you know, I understand maths. I mean, in charts, it's just kind of easy for me to understand. So I have studied, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I already like intuitively got that, because they call it, you know, an ascending triangle or something. I can see those triangles. Let's see this one band. I knew it was scary to make a little bit of it, because you can just tell, like, it was a little stagnant, and then you can see like a little grow, a little grow, a little grow, and then it's going to go up. I mean, I thought that about Band because as far as I know, it's a very substantial quality product with good use cases. So those are the things that I buy because I know over time the likelihood is that they are going to go up. It's not going to just be like people buying and selling and whatever. It's like, you know, investing in Mercedes-Benz or, you know, Amazon, Tesla, you know, things that are valuable in themselves, not just like a numbers game. So Band did make a dip. Because I said, if you go back, it was like a week or two ago, I said, oh, I think Cosmos, I'm going to get some Cosmos going to go up, which it totally did. And the reason I understand, yes, okay, maybe I am, you know, psychic, but you know what they say, like intuitive is that you're really reading a lot of signs. You're really getting a lot of information and understanding it. So I could understand, like when people, they're buying Bitcoin, oh, they get so excited. Then they start to learn a little bit. Then they buy Bitcoin Cash. They buy XRP because it used to be number 2 in coin market cap. I don't know if it still is. It's got to be going down the ranks. You know, oh, it's only 18 cents. I'm going to buy that. Wow. You know, it's fun to buy something that's only 18 cents. So then you do that, but then after a short while, especially if you're a big financial institution or, you know, somebody you all of a sudden are interested in crypto, you start peeking around and you see what are the quality projects that are the up and coming. And those are the Bands, those are the synthetics, those are the AVE, those are the VeChain. Loopring has gone crazy. I even used to talk about Loopring all the time, and I really regret not buying it earlier. I did buy some the other day. It's called FOMO when it's exploding, and then you have to buy it. Like, you know, you want to get it before it goes up. That's generally not good. Good investing psychology. Generally, you should always be calm and know what your plan is. But don't stay on the sidelines. Let's see, Kyber Network. That's supposed to be a good quality one. These are ones that you can all buy on Coinbase. Tezos has been flat for a while, and I think there's a reason why it still might stay that way. Can't remember what it is, but that's what I heard. Let's see what else are good ones. There's ones that I don't know about. Zcash, no. There's a few that have gotten delisted because they're privacy coins. Like Bitcoin, there are coins that you can't track. So what's happening now? So now what's happening is that all these huge institutional investors are coming in. Big money's coming in. So there's also big regulation. Maybe starting any day now, if it hasn't started, you're not going to be able to send your money to another private wallet without some kind of tracking, you know, through Coinbase. So maybe get your crypto and move it ASAP to another kind of wallet if you choose to do that. All right, I totally got sidetracked. Yeah, these ones are on Coinbase. So yeah, I tend to just understand it. I just understand, like, what would I do? You know, if I lived in, like in Argentina, people are buying Bitcoin and they were buying it even like very elevated prices there because they don't have exchanges. Like in other countries, there's different ways to buy it. In America, we just kind of do this way. Europe is a little different. It's a little less regulated, I do believe, than US. So, oh, that's why. So some of these coins like Zcash, Dash, was it Monero? The privacy coins are getting some trouble with the SEC, the Securities Commission, and the government. So I think they could go down. Ivan said this once, and it made sense. He also says, you know, privacy coin. He wasn't really into it because he thought, one, it could get regulated, which it ended up doing, and then two, he's like, eventually somebody's going to hack. And they're going to find the way to reveal it and make it not private, you know? So it just seemed like, I mean, it's, I don't know. I just follow Ivan. I don't have any privacy coins. I mean, you can buy them. They're totally legit. But if they start running into problems, they can get delisted on an exchange. This did happen to me in the beginning. So you do, if you do have Bitcoin, I mean, if you have Bitcoin and Coinbase, you're pretty safe. You don't have to worry about anything. Also, Ethereum, if you have it on Coinbase, Coinbase isn't going anywhere. It's one of the biggest companies in the world right now. It's been around forever. It's reputable. But before, when you were buying crypto, before there was any regulation, you could just buy it on like Binance Korea or Bittrex. I don't even remember where that one was located in China. Anyway, they were all over the world, these exchanges. And then the regulations started coming in, and I have a little bit of a coin on that I still can't get off of that one exchange because of the regulations. Probably if I tried hard, I could figure out how to get it, but it wasn't worth much. So if you do end up doing any kind of exotic, buying a lot of interesting coins, this and that, you do have to kind of pay attention to the news. Like, so Bitcoin is very stable. Nothing's happening to it. Ethereum probably the same, but say other ones, you know, there could be changes in them, or different, you know, if you're using different exchanges or whatnot. You have to just listen a little bit to the news, like Altcoin Daily now and again, just to, you know, see what's going on. Make sure you haven't missed anything. It's pretty secure and safe to get crypto. You can make a lot of mistakes. I made a mistake the other day. So I have a ledger, which you can get also in there. My friend Dave was like saying, oh, they got hacked, and I'm not putting my money on that. But the thing is, they didn't get hacked. Like, even if you're reading stuff in the news and newspapers, articles, this and that, there's so much misinformation because people don't really understand crypto. Like, you got to go where people who really understand it and really give you the right information. Otherwise, you could be getting, you know, misinformation. So Ledger has never been hacked. You can't hack it because it's let me see, I have it right there. No, because you hold it in your hand and you have to, you know, agree and verify exactly, you know, where your money's going to one place to another, blah, blah, blah. However, they did get their database hacked, and so a lot of the names and address emails of people who bought that did get in the hands of hackers. So then they know who has the ledger. Then they were doing phishing scams, like sending you know, emails saying, oh, update your firmware, click here. So just, you know, from now on, what I've learned, because I was hacked, you know, from somebody through on my computer, by somebody pretending to be my bank. Just from now on, like, I get people saying, oh, this is CVS, win a free prize. From now on, you just can't click on the link. Unless you're 100% sure you know what the link is. You're seeing the address, everything. I mean, there's hacks in crypto, there's hacks in everything. So Nano was never hacked, but there's also a tricky way that's, anyway, it's a long story. It has to do with, they got into their MetaMask, they hacked the computer, got into the MetaMask. So this is later on. Oh my God, I gotta get this call. All right, see you, ciao. Hello. Hi, Elliot, how are you doing?